What if the biggest secret in the Roloff family didn't come from Matt, Amy, or even Zach, but from Peggy Roloff herself? In a shocking twist that has fans reeling, whispers of a hidden note, allegedly written by Peggy before her passing, are surfacing. A note that doesn't just contain words of wisdom or family reflections, but a chilling warning. According to growing speculation, Peggy may have left behind more than just memories. Some say she was pressured, allegedly by none other than Caryn Chandler, to sign something before her death. And now, this mysterious document, combined with Peggy's supposed final words, could change everything we thought we knew about the Roloff legacy. So the questions must be asked: what did Peggy really know? What was she trying to warn her family about? And why is Caryn's name suddenly at the center of this haunting revelation from beyond the grave? Because if the rumors are true, then the Roloff family's deepest secrets aren't just buried in the past, they may still be unraveling right now. Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. For Roloff family latest news update, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. To truly understand the weight of this discovery, we need to go back and remember who Peggy Roloff really was. To longtime Little People, Big World fans, Peggy, affectionately known as Hune to her grandchildren, was more than just Matt Roloff's mother. She was the quiet strength, the unshakable rock that held her family together during some of their most difficult times. While the show often focused on the drama between Matt, Amy, and their children, Peggy represented something entirely different: tradition, loyalty, and unconditional love. Peggy grew up in a very different era, one where family bonds were sacred and secrets were often carried silently. Viewers remember her appearances on the show as heartwarming and grounding. She wasn't the type to chase the spotlight, but rather the one who would sit back, observe, and step in only when her presence was needed most. Fans recall her gentle wisdom, her no-nonsense attitude, and her deep, protective nature, especially when it came to her children and grandchildren. But now, years after her passing in 2021, a stunning claim has surfaced, one that could forever change how fans remember her legacy. According to whispers within the Roloff fan community and unverified reports online, Peggy may have left behind a handwritten secret note, allegedly discovered only after her death. The mere suggestion of this note has left fans speculating wildly. Was this Peggy's final farewell to her family, a heartfelt goodbye meant to provide comfort? Or could it have been something far more significant, a legal document tied to the Roloff farm, her estate, or her family's future? Some even believe it may have been a warning, words of caution directed at her son Matt or even Caryn Chandler, the woman who would become Matt's partner in his later years. The mystery is only heightened by the fact that Peggy was known to be fiercely private. She wasn't one to casually write down her thoughts or leave trails of personal confession. If she did, in fact, take the time to compose such a note, then it must have carried a level of importance far beyond an ordinary message. Fans are now left wondering, what was in this note, and why was it hidden until after her passing? Some family followers suggest the note could have revealed Peggy's true feelings about the farm dispute, the strained relationships among her grandchildren, or even Matt's controversial romance with Caryn Chandler. Others believe the note might contain deeply personal admissions, things Peggy never felt comfortable saying out loud but wanted her family to know once she was gone. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: the possibility of a hidden letter from Peggy Roloff has cracked open a new chapter in the ongoing Roloff family saga. And just like the farm itself, it seems her memory may still be holding secrets waiting to be revealed. Now, this is where the story takes a sharp turn, and where the whispers around Peggy Roloff's so-called secret note collide with Caryn Chandler's reputation inside the Roloff family. According to theories circulating in online fan forums, Peggy may not have left that note completely by choice. Some speculate that in her final months, as her health began to decline, she was pressured into signing a document, one that could have affected the Roloff family's future in a major way. So, what could Peggy have signed? The theories are all over the map. Some fans believe it was tied to the Roloff farm inheritance, with Caryn allegedly trying to shift influence away from Peggy's wishes, possibly to secure Matt's control and erase Peggy's traditional voice in the family. Others think it could have been about family trusts or financial holdings, paperwork that might have reduced Peggy's say over how her grandchildren benefited from the Roloff legacy. And then there's the most personal theory, that it was a confession, a farewell, or even a silencing agreement, making sure Peggy's perspective would never resurface to challenge Caryn's presence in the family. What makes these theories even more compelling is Caryn's long-standing image among fans. For years, she's been painted as calculating, someone who knows how to position herself in matters involving Matt and the farm. Some accuse her of being controlling, always making sure she has a seat at the table when it comes to major decisions about land, money, or family gatherings. And then there's the chatter online. In Facebook groups, Reddit threads, and Instagram comment sections, a recurring theme emerges that Caryn may have wanted to erase Peggy's lingering influence. After all, Peggy embodied the family's older values, hard work, faith, and unity, while Caryn, in the eyes of critics, represented a new, less traditional force, one that clashed with Peggy's quiet authority. For some fans, it all adds up to a haunting possibility that the note Peggy left behind was not just a heartfelt message, but the end result of quiet pressure, a way to ensure that once Peggy was gone, her voice wouldn't stand in the way of Caryn's place in the Roloff legacy. As the story shifts into its most chilling and emotional point, we arrive at the alleged note, the very words Peggy Roloff is said to have left behind before her passing. According to claims circulating among devoted fans and online forums, the note wasn't a simple farewell. Instead, it was something far more haunting, a written warning to her children and grandchildren about the battles she feared were still to come. In this retelling, Peggy's tone is one of quiet heartbreak. She allegedly wrote about the importance of staying together, about holding on to the bond that had carried the Roloff family through years of both struggle and triumph. But layered within her words was also a stark caution, a plea not to let outsiders interfere with the family's unity. Some fans believe Peggy specifically foresaw how relationships beyond the core Roloff circle could one day cause division, planting seeds of distrust and conflict. In hindsight, this has ignited a wave of speculation that her words may have been eerily prophetic, almost echoing into the present-day tensions surrounding Caryn Chandler and her influence over Matt. The emotional weight of this note from the grave is not lost on viewers. To many, it reframes Peggy not just as the quiet matriarch, but as a figure who tried, in her final act, to protect the family she loved. Her warning now feels like it has come to life, a shadow looming over every fracture and feud we see play out today. Fans are especially struck by how Peggy's alleged message could reshape the way we view the major players in the Roloff family saga. For Amy, Peggy's note is seen as a validation of her long-held concerns about losing her place and influence within the family. For Zach, it becomes almost a roadmap, a reminder that his grandmother once feared the very family fractures he now struggles with as tensions grow over the farm and his own strained relationship with Matt. And for Matt himself, the words cast a heavier shadow, suggesting that perhaps Peggy saw the seeds of division long before he ever made the controversial decisions that drove his children away. The haunting quality of Peggy's words lies in their timing. Though written years ago, they now resurface in the midst of a family torn apart by property disputes, divorces, remarriages, and shifting loyalties. What was once a private message of love and caution has now become a ghostly echo that fans can't ignore, one that lingers over every Roloff feud like a reminder that the family's struggles may have been written into its destiny long ago. The alleged discovery of Peggy Roloff's secret note has done more than just stir up curiosity. It has ripped open old wounds that never truly healed. For years, fans have watched the tense dynamic between Amy and Caryn simmer under the surface, with Amy openly admitting her distrust of Caryn around her grandchildren. Now, with whispers of Peggy warning about outsiders influencing the family, many are pointing fingers at Caryn once again, seeing Peggy's supposed words as a chilling confirmation of what Amy has been saying all along. Zach and Matt, too, are not spared in this fallout. If Peggy's message was indeed a caution about keeping the farm and the family united, then the eventual breakdown between father and son looks less like a tragic misunderstanding and more like a prophecy ignored. Fans online have been quick to declare that Peggy's voice from the grave validates years of speculation that Matt's decisions, particularly in involving Caryn so deeply in farm matters, were exactly the kind of disruption Peggy feared. This raises the haunting question: could Peggy's warning be the missing puzzle piece explaining why the Roloffs have remained so fractured, despite opportunities for reconciliation? The bitterness between Amy and Caryn, the distance between Matt and Zach, and even the siblings' fractured bonds all seem to echo back to a mother's unheeded concerns. The ripple effects of this alleged revelation don't just impact the family, they tie into the bigger picture of the show's uncertain future. TLC's decision not to renew Little People, Big World in its traditional format suddenly feels connected to this decades-long tension. Fans speculate that producers may have realized the Roloff story had crossed from wholesome family drama into something darker, with real-life divisions too raw to package for reality TV. If Peggy's supposed note truly exists, then the Roloff saga isn't just about a farm or a show anymore. It's about a legacy hanging in the balance. As we reach the end of this deep dive, one thing is certain: Peggy Roloff's alleged secret note has shaken the foundation of everything fans thought they knew about this family. The mystery of her words, the shadow of her signature, and the whispers of what Caryn may have done behind closed doors have ignited more speculation than ever before. For years, viewers have wondered how deep the fractures in the Roloff family truly run, but this revelation suggests they may go even deeper, far beyond what cameras were ever allowed to capture. The chilling possibility that Peggy foresaw the turmoil and tried to send one last warning only adds another layer of heartbreak. And so, the question remains: if Peggy really did try to warn her loved ones from the grave, did anyone truly listen, or has the time for healing already passed? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.